Now before I start this video, obviously I have to give a shout out to my people who follow me on Instagram, so be sure to go on Instagram and follow me. Now the first shout out goes to Sirland, who actually does Naruto AMVs, right? So if you are interested in that, just go to their page and, you know, subscribe. And then Impact the World, who has a multitude of videos. I think some of them are gaming related, whatnot. Follow the page Lil Rad Gvert, if I pronounce your name right, on Instagram if you are interested in this content, and also follow Famous Zay, who is on Instagram. With that being said, let's get on with the video. So, will Sarada awaken her Mangekyo Sharingan with Itachi's eyes? Let's see what you guys have for me in the comments. Now, obviously I will answer your comments whenever I can, but I also make videos answering your comments from now on for every video I make. So if you want me to discuss certain things with you, or if you want to know my opinion, just leave a comment below and I will be sure to read them. Okay, so let's start from Phantom G. He says, I think Sarada would get the Mangekyo Sharingan when she sees the village destroyed and sees Boruto and Kawaki fighting. Now, okay, I don't think that is the case at all. Obviously it has been stated it has to be something special, someone who means something to you. I'm sure that all the Uchihas have killed people, yet they haven't awakened their Mangekyo Sharingan, right? So it has to be a special type of trauma. I mean, I know Itachi's killed many people and he didn't awaken his Mangekyo Sharingan, right? He only did it when Shizui died. So it has to be someone who means the absolute most to you, and that is what it takes to unlock the Mangekyo Sharingan. So I don't think the village being destroyed will cause her to awaken that. Maybe someone that she's close to dies, and that would be the only scenario. So that would be Boruto, Mitsuki, or, you know, Chojo, or one of her friends. But I think it would definitely have to be Chojo. If not, then Boruto. But he's the main character, so he's not gonna die. So I don't know who it's gonna be, but someone's gonna have to die. Okay, next one. Kurama says, if Sarada gets the same pattern as Itachi for her Mangekyo, that would be the greatest thing in the world, and Sasuke would probably remember his trauma for a second. I think everyone's Mangekyo Sharingan pattern is unique. So far we haven't seen two that are the same. I mean, yeah, we haven't, so I don't think that's ever gonna happen. So the next one, Quincy Spoon, he says, if Sarada gets Sasuke Itachi's eyes, right, it might be something new because there never was an eternal Mangekyo Sharingan transferred before. Only regular Mangekyo. If she gets his eternal and the Rinne Sharingan, it might turn into two Rinne Sharingan. Now, no, not at all. First of all, I don't think Sasuke has the Rinne Sharingan. He just has a Rinnegan. At least the data books say he just has a Rinnegan. His one is just unique, okay? Now, the thing is this. In order to awaken a Rinne Sharingan, right, there are requirements. And in order for Sasuke, let's talk about Sasuke's one. In order for him to awaken his one, there are requirements. You need chakra of Senju, and then you need the chakra of an Uchiha. But not just any Senju and Uchiha. You need the chakra of a Senju who is the reincarnation of Ashura, because then they have that chakra of Ashura, and then you need a reincarnation of an Uchiha who has Indra's chakra, right? And those are the only ones. People get that confused. They think that as long as you have the chakra of an Uchiha and a Senju, you can actually awaken the Rinne Sharingan, or, you know, you can awaken that Rinnegan. But that's not the case. That's never been stated, right? You need the combined chakra of Ashura and Indra. That's what was said, and not every Uchiha or Senju has that chakra, right? Okay, so Shin Uchiha's eyes are not compatible, or will not be compatible. I think they will be compatible. The reason why is because people can actually take the eyes of an Uchiha and put them in their eye sockets and use the dojutsu, right? So if that is the case, what stops people from taking Shin Uchiha's dojutsu and using it? You know, it's still a Sharingan, it still works, it can still use all the Sharingan abilities. Even though it's bootleg, it's still a Sharingan, if you get what I'm saying. Even if it's synthetic, it still works. It's just like comparing Mitsuki to Boruto. Boruto is a human and is not synthetic, yet Mitsuki is. And there is barely any difference between them at all. I mean, all Mitsuki lacks is understanding of emotions and stuff, and he's learning, right? But that's because obviously as people grow, they go through stages where they, you know, learn to control their emotions as a baby and all that stuff. As a synthetic human, you don't go through that. You just are born with no emotion and you have no experience. So a synthetic human has yet to experience that, and the same thing goes for anything that's created synthetically. So I don't see why no one would be able to use Shinichi's eyes. They are still Sharingan that do a good job. So LR Moses says if she gets eyes, it will be the old eyes Sasuke has Itachi's eyes. Yes, she would have Sasuke's eyes if she was to get the eyes that Obito actually took from Sasuke. If she takes Sasuke's original eyes, yes, she would actually have Sasuke's patterns. But currently, Sasuke has Itachi's eyes in his one, which sounds very fucked up. Sounds like Lego. Like these people are just taking out and placing their eyes here and there, just mix and matching, right? So we are 87 episodes in by Cloud Davis, and Sarada still has one Tomo eyes. Mangekyo is far off. Her father had a complete Tomo eyes fighting Haku, and by the time he fought Lee, he had 2 Tomo eyes. Now here's the thing, okay, if you unlock the Mangekyo Sharingan, you automatically unlock the rest of the Tomos. Like, I mean, look at Kakashi, right? He didn't have 3 Tomos when he saw Ren die, but after his Mangekyo Sharingan activated, he had, you know, the 3 Tomo eyes. Yeah, that's basically it, you know. Is there anything else I want to add? Yes, one more thing, and this is spoilers. For those people who don't want spoilers, click away from this, at least skip a minute forward, right? So, okay, I give you enough time. So, thing is, in one of the novels or the shindens that is about to be adapted, in there Sarada actually has the 3-stage Sharingan, right? 3rd stage Sharingan, and that poses a huge problem because in the anime she doesn't. And according to the novel, apparently this happens in between, after the Momoshiki arc, and, you know, I think before the Mujina Bandit arc. So in there she should have the 3rd stage Sharingan. But the only problem about that is that, you know, the shindens have a different continuation compared to the anime and compared to the manga. So I don't know, maybe they will still adapt it, but they won't add the 3rd stage Sharingan bit or something. So, you know, who knows what the future holds and what they will adapt. Next one, My Star Killer 1. He says, you meant Sasuke's eyes, because Sasuke transplanted Itachi's eyes in himself, so Sarada can transplant Sasuke's. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's what I said in the video. If not, then I apologize for making a mistake. So Matthew Diaz says, the anime retconned how Sarada awakened the Sharingan. She awakened it at an early age, which gives reason to why she was sick when she was younger and why she needs glasses. The reason that was given was the sadness she felt from Sasuke not being around. Also, maybe if Sarada gets the Byakugo seal, then maybe she'll be able to counteract the effects of the Mangekyo. Actually, that is a good point, you know. I'm not really sure about the whole retcon thing, right? Because it's not been explained, kind of thing. They just throw bits and pieces here and there, and the continuations are different, kind of thing. So it's really hard to determine what to go by, right? About the Byakugo seal thing, that is actually a good idea. Maybe she will have her own unique way of controlling her Mangekyo Sharingan. And being able to heal 1,000 times would require a lot of chakra in order to do that. The Byakugo seal cannot be used just like that. And that is why Sakura didn't use it when she was fighting Shin. You know, all the chakra she actually saved up for years. And that is why she was able to help Obito, right? So people thinking, oh, she can just activate the seal and just fight, just like she was doing during the war arc. Like, that's not gonna happen. It takes a lot of time to actually store chakra, and if Sarada wants to use her Mangekyo Sharingan, then maybe she can activate the seal when she's using her Mangekyo Sharingan, and then, you know, deactivate the Mangekyo Sharingan and deactivate the Byakugo seal. That's a very smart thing to do. So next question, next comment, background music. The background music is the Tenten theme, I believe, and it's actually in my description, so if you check you can see. Come on bro, the title. What about the title? Early starts okay on the grind. Okay, so Sarada should be like Indra, since Sasuke is basically the sage of six paths. She should be like Uchiha, the Uchiha progenitor, very powerful, a genius whose light never fades from her Mangekyo Sharingan. People don't seem to realize that with Sarada and Boruto, they are basically start over point in Ninja Genome, because their pops has Sage of Six Paths chakra, and as we know from Kaguya, Otsutsuki, and Madara attaining their full form, is that chakra definitely affects genome depending on how potent the amount of chakra, right? And as we know, outside the Otsutsuki, Naruto and Sasuke have the most chakras. I want to know exactly a lot about genome and stuff, but in a way they should, you know, get boosts and stuff. I mean, Sasuke doesn't really have a lot of chakra, right? Well, he does have a lot of chakra, but at the beginning he didn't. Naruto was born with a lot of chakra. So yeah, if you're talking about you know, the whole Sage of Six Paths thing being passed on down to them, or some traits, I wouldn't think that would be the case at all, because reincarnation has to do with your soul, and your soul only. Just because you are giving birth, or, you know, making a baby, doesn't mean that the baby also gets your soul, kind of thing. They have their own soul, and I think that's how chakra works. But, you know, you might be right, who knows, right? Anonymous says first comments. And next, Sarah, wait, what? Sarah's gonna be a hoe. You mean Sarada? Okay, you mean Sarada's gonna be a hoe. Well, if she wants to revive her clan, then she better start fucking. I mean, nah, let's not say that. She's quite young, so if she wants to be a hoe, probably in the future she can fuck as many people to revive her clan, right? So, doesn't Sasuke need to take out his eyeballs first, then take Itachi's? If that's the case, Sasuke should have his original eyeballs. Then why can't Sasuke transport his eyeballs? Yes. So there is this lab that Obito actually has, where he stores Sharingan, right? And in that same place, I assume, is where he transplanted Itachi's eyes onto Sasuke. If that's the case, then yeah, the original eyeballs of Sasuke should be somewhere in that lab, and Sasuke does know where it is because he got his shit transplanted there. So he could potentially warp there, since he has teleportation now, get those eyes if they are still intact, and give those to Sarada. That way Sarada doesn't have to unlock the Mangekyo Sharingan. She can just access the Mangekyo Sharingan by implanting Sasuke's eyes. But then that leaves her Sharingan redundant, so then who will actually take her eyes and use those? Who knows, maybe she can give her Sharingan to Chocho or something. But then again, Chocho might have struggles using the eye because she is not an Uchiha. Okay, next question. Okay, so next question says, hey Cycle, Sarada unlocked her Sharingan before going to see Sasuke. There was a line in the episode in which Sakura was speaking to Shizune and said, Shizune said, so she'd had it for that long, huh? Implying that Sarada has had her Sharingan for a pretty good while. It was a scene in which Sakura was in the hospital. Well, to be honest with you, I think people are over-analyzing that. To be honest with you, when I read that, I thought Sarada, what she had for a long time was this worry that Sakura may not be her mother. You know, she had that worry for a very long time. I think people are misinterpreting that, but who knows, maybe that could be a hint that she had the Sharingan for a very long time. And if that is the case, if Sarada had the Sharingan, why didn't she use it, you know? And when she unlocked it for the first time, like, she was really confused on how to use it. If she already had it, then she would have been able to activate it and use it. But the first time she, you know, was playing around with that thing, she nearly collapsed, and Konohamaru had to save her. So I don't think that is the case at all. It would be very repetitive that Sarada had a Mangekyo Sharingan or MSE or Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, or the implant of others' eyes, which had already been seen in the past with the Uchihas, and that would not be anything original. I think it will only have to be a unique and devastating power, with which we can be at the heights of other powerful characters in the series. In addition, it would be strange for her to have the Byakugo in her arsenal, which, it talks about the same thing about the Byakugo seal being used to regenerate. I don't know if it can cure blindness. I mean, it can heal wounds, and is being blind a wound? I don't think that is the case, but who knows, you know? Unlike the others, it has not been consumed by the curse of hatred until now, and I do not think it will. It is a dream inherited by people of good feelings, but it requires a lot of power and intelligence, and I believe that in the end you'll have all those qualities beside having trusted friends and being able to trust your dream. I think the writers have the advantage of not falling into the repetitive expanding the work of unpredictability. Well, so far Boruto has been very predictable. I mean, look at all the arcs, right? All the arcs we've had so far, a lot of them are remakes, kind of bootleg remakes of the original Naruto. If you think about it, right, the whole bridge arc has been done in a mission. The Mist Village arc, whole thing, you know, has been done in a mission. Sasuke running away and the main character chasing after him has been done with Boruto chasing after Mitsuki. Is the current arc we are on now as I recorded this video. So on and so forth, right? So far it's been very predictable, and to be honest with you, I think the people who write this show actually watch YouTubers, because a lot of the things we theorize, I think they actually take ideas from and then put into the manga. I mean, that whole thing about Kashikoji being Jiraiya, like, when Kashikoji was first introduced, he was just a spy, right? And out of nowhere, because of his features, like, people do influence the outcomes of certain things in the manga. I mean, look at all the couples, right? Look at Shikamaru and Temari. Why did those two end up together? I know Kishimoto did not, or was not planning to do that, but because of what the fans wanted, people got the couples they wanted, right? So fans do have a huge say into what actually happens in the manga, right? I mean, if I was writing a manga and then I looked at the fan base for it and I found a few videos, could actually give me a few good ideas. If not, I will look at what people have predicted and make sure that I do not, you know, include that in my story, to make sure that they can never predict what I'm writing. But then again, you know, a lot of things in manga have actually happened which fans predicted, you know, months before. Alright, and I'm gonna make a video talking about that. So great job as well, as always, Cycles, keep it up. Thank you very much. Okay, so great job on the video from Matthew Diaz, who is a regular subscriber. I do recognize you, my friend. Ultra Gaming YouTube, do you think Boruto is a reincarnation of someone? I hope not, you know. And if I was to joke around, I would say he's a reincarnation of Naruto, because he literally fights like Naruto, and you know, his personality is just like Naruto. The only difference is his abilities. That's it. That's basically it. He's Naruto 2.0, you know. Marcus Pitts, I said the same shit the other day. It was simple to me. Yes, it's good, you know. I'm not the only person out here who's really smart. There are loads of other smart people out there who can think of ideas. Okay, so not all Mangekyo are compatible. We saw that in a Madara flashback. If Shin is made from Sasuke's genetic, then yes, maybe 100 sealings can offset the damage significantly. What do you mean with or not all Mangekyo are compatible? Because there have been quite a few fake Sharingans, and anyone can just, you know, insert them in their eye sockets and use them. It doesn't matter if it's compatible or not. As long as you put it in your eye socket, you can use it. So far, there hasn't been anyone who's put a Sharingan or a fake Sharingan into their eye socket and wasn't able to use it. So if you can actually take a Sharingan from a real Uchiha and use that, what stops you from using a bootleg one? Right? I mean, there's Shin Uchiha, and you know, Orochimaru did experiments on him, and a lot of the people were not compatible, as in like their DNA would not take the bootleg. Okay, not all Mangekyo are compatible. We saw that in Madara's flashback. If Shin is made from Sasuke's genetics, then yes, maybe 100 sealings can offset the damage significantly. I do not think so. I think Shin Uchiha was actually probably, and I'm guessing, made of Zetsu's DNA. Maybe that's why he has the pale skin, right? Because all the synthetic humans have pale skin, and they were made of Zetsu, is what Onoki said. About compatibility though, I mean, if you could take a real Uchiha's eyes and insert it into a human, it would work. What would stop a bootleg one from working? I mean, Orochimaru has actually made Mangekyo Sharingan. Well, yeah, for Shin Uchiha, and he actually has made bootleg Sharingan for someone else who was in the Sand Village, and this actually happened in the novels, and it did work. So clearly, he can make Sharingan, and anyone can insert it, and it should work. Okay, that's what I know. So next person says, I honestly can't see how she would unlock or even be able to handle it, since she's half Uchiha and her possessing a Sharingan alone drains her. See, thing is, Sharingan does drain chakra, yes. It has never been said that she's half Uchiha. I think as long as you are, you know, an Uchiha, you are an Uchiha kind of thing. I mean, Uchihas are literally humans with you know, the Sharingan, right? So if Sasuke was to have an offspring, they would still be human, you know, they would just get that Uchiha gene kind of thing, which unlocks the dojutsu, you know. It's not like all these people with dojutsus mate with each other. Well, they probably must do, realistically, in order to make sure that the dojutsu doesn't, you know, disappear as time progresses. But yeah, I don't see why she should have any difficulty of unlocking Mangekyo Sharingan. As long as she has the Sharingan and, you know, trauma or at least emotion awakened her Sharingan, then I don't see why not, you know. Trauma activated most of these other people's Sharingan, and her one was more of an emotion, so she did it easier, if anything, than anyone else, right? So next one says she should learn how to use the body flicker jutsu just like Shisui. Also, she could just use Hashirama cells instead of EMS like Obito. That is a very good suggestion, you know, because then you will not get blind. That is a very good suggestion. Well spotted. Okay. Almost like leads Chocho to die. Yeah. She's gonna have to take the L. Okay, do you think Tsunade's son is Minato? I heard that from Anime Balls Deep and make sense to me. I do not think that Minato is a Senju. And also, if that was the case, I think it would have been mentioned, kind of thing. You know, yeah, it would have been mentioned, kind of thing. It wasn't said that Tsunade had any offsprings, right? And Jiraiya would have mentioned it too, so I don't think that's the case at all. Nope, I disagree. Okay, Clifton Pierre, a regular subscriber, says, imagine Chocho dies in a badass way, saving her best friend for life in battle against a kata member. Then boom, she awakens with Mangekyo Sharingan. Wow. Okay, so by suggesting Chocho in this video, I'm sure it's gonna get through the entire community that Chocho is the person that has to die. It has to be Chocho, not Boruto, not Mitsuki, not anyone other close, not Sakura, not, you know, Sasuke. It has to be Chocho, right? It has to be Chocho. But no, if it was anyone that could awaken her Mangekyo Sharingan, it's definitely Sakura, or Sasuke, or Chocho, or Boruto, right? Mitsuki, I do not know, but it has to be one of those. And if one of them had the highest chance to die, it would definitely be either Chocho or Sakura, because Sakura and Chocho are the weakest. Not that I'm saying Sakura is weak, because she's not, but in terms of if we are ranking all the people I named in an order, then Sakura and Chocho would be the weakest. Chocho would be the weakest, and Sakura would be second weakest. And then obviously Sasuke would be the strongest, right? Because you don't just walk up to Sasuke taking his shit and, you know, take him down. It's not gonna work, right? He has the Rinnegan. Nigga will undo your shit, okay? Hyper Angel says, to be honest, if I was Sasuke and if I was planning to die, I would give my daughter my eyes. Yes, I would too. But the question is though, is Sarada willing to get her eyes taken out in order to do that? Sasuke was after revenge, and that's why he had the whole implant thing. Okay, so J Pride says, you have all those eye Obito had in his lab too. Yes, everyone remembers this, and I'm glad everyone does. Another one from Hyper Angel says, Naruto and Boruto make eye transplants easy as fuck. Yeah, they actually do make it easy as fuck. It's like Lego, right? But here's the thing though. Remember when Madara took Kakashi's eyes and just transplanted the thing, right? Thing about Madara is that in that mode, in that Otsutsuki mode that he was in, he can easily heal. You know, he's immortal because Kaguya was immortal, and Kaguya and the Ten Tails, you know, became one. You know, so by doing that, he achieves immortality. He's basically an Otsutsuki if he is in that state, and he can easily heal. So all he has to do is just take an eye, put it in the eye socket, and just heal it, and then he's done. So it kind of does make sense. But it was kind of funny how he did that. You know, swapping that shit like Lego. Okay, so Manny says, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if I wouldn't be surprised if Sasuke gave his eyes to Sakura to hold, and if not her, it has to be Karin. Or why Karin? Why would Sasuke trust Karin? It makes sense since they are medical ninja. Okay, also they would be the best options who are more qualified to preserve the eyes over time. Okay, it makes sense. Hopefully that kind of happens. You know, I want Naruto and Sasuke taken out because they are powerhouses, and because they are strong. Any enemy that comes steps directly into their shadows. Unless you're Otsutsuki level, you step into their shadows, right? You are of irrelevance, because if you cause too much problems, Uchiha Sasuke is out there doing his missions, and you know, he serves all the villages, so he will cut you down basically. And yeah, with such a hero, you know, walking around, the world is safe at all times. It doesn't matter what kind of threat appears. You know, you're not gonna do anything. There are two people who can take you out easily if you spark a red flag. If you appear on their meter, they will take you out. Okay, so her Sharingan is only key to getting overpowered jutsu, but fortunately she has potential to surpass Madara and even her own father, because she will gain the 100 healing seal. We do not know that. We do not know if Sarada is going to gain the 100 healing seal. Reason why is obviously because we do not know if, you know, she wants to be a medical ninja. According to the novels, Mitsuki is actually the medical ninja, and also in the data books, I assume, I don't know, but it came from a legitimate source. I think it's the data book, or it actually came from the information the manga actually gives. It said that Sarada is not good at medical ninjutsu, and that is why she actually uses the spray thingy, the foam thingy. and apparently she's also not good at bandaging and stuff. I heard something like that, something around those ends. She's not as good of a medical ninja as her mother is, right? So who knows, maybe she won't even become a medical ninja, you know. And there's at least people in the team can you know medical ninjutsu, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're good at it, you know. So I don't know, she'd have to have very good chakra control in order to do that, and she seems to have that. So she could possibly learn the hundreds or 1,000, wait, it's 100 healings or 1,000, I don't know, I think it's 100. But yeah, she'll need a lot of chakra control in order to be able to do that, and to save a lot of chakra. So this is a big deal breaker, because she will only be able to heal her eyes all the time if she gets fatigued, so she will never go blind. Also, this is a freaking Boruto series. She might even get any form of Sharingan, because let's face it, Kishimoto is making new stuff up along the way just for the plot to move. They might find some bullshit, overcomplicated way for Sarada to achieve her special Sharingan, just like Sasuke's Irine Sharingan and Boruto's Jogan. We never see that shit before. That's true. Sasuke does not have a Irine Sharingan, he just has a Rinnegan. It's what is stated in the data books. I'm just going by what is in the data books. They might change their mind and say it's a Irine Sharingan, but from what I know, it's a Rinnegan, right? Okay, so I wonder if Ikamoto will use the same design as Kishimoto drew for Sarada's Mangekyo Sharingan. Possibly not. Possibly not. You know? Evil Uchiha says, if Kashikoji is Jiraiya, then how come the line under his eyes shorter than Jiraiya himself, huh? Here's the thing, okay, about Kashikoji. If Kashikoji was Jiraiya, right? Remember, Jiraiya actually has a mole. Kashikoji does not have that. Jiraiya has you know, symmetrical lines right beneath his, or no, not right next to his mouth, right on his face, and Kashikoji does not have that. Kashikoji seems to be a younger person than Jiraiya in terms of his face. Seems to be younger. Also, when it comes to the jawline, it's not the same. Jiraiya's mouth is naturally just wider. You know, he looks older. Kashikoji looks younger. So this definitely cannot be Jiraiya, unless they revive Jiraiya at a younger age. But then again, who knows? You know, who knows if it's Jiraiya or not. I think Karin has Sasuke's eyes and should implant them. Was Karin there when Sasuke was getting his eyes transplanted? I think not. No. I think not. No, Karin wasn't there. So, who knows? Okay, now I'm hype. Yes, you should be, because this story can go good if they actually change the writers. I prefer another writer, or I prefer they have multiple writers on this show. Have a great day, mates. Yeah, have a great day too. Okay, so we are at 32 minutes or 30 minutes or so, and I think these are the last of the comments, so let me just read them. Wow, that's a lot. Sasuke has Itachi's eyes, right? You said that wants an eternal. She probably has to get Sasuke's old eyes if they're still preserved somewhere, which is basically what has been covered. Sarada taking Sasuke Itachi's eyes would make no sense, as there is one Sharingan and one Rinnegan. Sarada has no way to wield such an eye, as she isn't someone with great chakra reserves like Nagato. Shirama cells and reincarnate of Hagoromo's sons, or just to be gifted Hagoromo's chakra like Sasuke was. That is true. People seem to forget that she is just a regular Uchiha. She also can't unlock the Rinnegan herself as some people think. That I agree with. You are a smart person. You don't need Uchiha and Senju cells, but as Ashura and Indra cells to AKB a reincarnate. Yes, someone that gets it, you know. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This guy knows what I'm talking about. You need to be a reincarnation. You can't just get any random Uchiha and Senju's DNA in order to do that. It won't work, alright? I'm sorry, but I can't wait to see what kind of BS they're going to pull to make her stronger, and later, as she is capable of what right now is nothing impressive. I kind of dislike her character already. So I hope, wow, I hope they make her more likable later on. Really sad to see the last. She represents the legendary Uchiha when we had characters like Madara, Obito, Itachi, Sasuke, etc. Thing about Sarada is she was a more caring person. She showed more emotion when I was reading the novel. She showed more emotion there, and I believe in the manga she showed to be, you know, more caring as well. But definitely in the novel she seemed to be very caring. No, it's the novel, and in the movie she seemed to be very caring. You know, she has Sasuke's demeanor, but not all the time. But in the anime she seems to be, you know, 90% Sasuke, and then, you know, 10% Sakura in terms of behavior anyway. So I find the movie Sarada more likable than the anime one. Well, I guess anime is long term, so if she's gonna be very caring towards someone, she's gonna have to develop, right? And that's what the anime is for. It's long term, right? So I do agree she actually needs better jutsu, because Boruto can open dimensions with his shit, right? And he has the karma, which enhances his physical strength. Now we don't know whether this is comparable to the Sage mode, but it's still a boost. You can't just fight him. He's no longer a regular person once he activates the karma seal. You know, one punch from this guy could basically he can finish you with a punch if he has that much physical strength, right? Okay, so next one says, what you mean Sasuke has Itachi's eyes and not his? Are you saying then Madara has Izuna's eyes, his brother's eyes, instead of their own eyes? But doesn't eternal Mangekyo Sharingan consist of you merging two Mangekyo Sharingan pairs of eyes merging? Yeah, see, you can't get another eye and put it into another eye. What happens is, obviously, since you have awakened eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, what happens is that I guess the Mangekyo is awakened within you. So all you have to do is literally combine a person's eyes by transplanting their eyes into yours with your chakra, which awakens your Mangekyo Sharingan as well as theirs, right? I think that's how it works. If not, they did state that, you know, you have to transplant someone else's eyes into your eye sockets. That's how it works. So if you can't take my explanation, at least take the official one, right? Who knows, Sarada might go to Obito's lab and get the Mangekyo Sharingan. She might also awaken Izanagi. Izanagi is a jutsu for high level Uchihas. You do not require Mangekyo Sharingan in order to activate that, right? Which is very powerful, by the way, Mage. Your videos make sense after all. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Next question is, well, no question, but I've got a big dick. 1. 2, you read that wrong. 3, you read that wrong too. You checked, you smiled, you were wondering why. Wow, okay, well, comment. I'm gonna leave you guys to read that for yourself. But yeah, those have been the comments for this video. So if you want to be featured, you know, all you have to do is just to leave a comment in the comment section below. Like I always say, I know a lot of YouTubers just say, you know, they just tell you to leave a comment in the comment section, and then all they do is maybe answer them. But now I'm giving you a proper reason to leave the comments in the comment section below, because I actually go through these, and reading your comments actually helps me think as well, you know. So I appreciate you guys, and for the next video, just leave comments in the comment section down below, okay? With that being said, that has been the video for you. The next one is gonna have comments, right? Which you should do. I have nothing more to say, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.